Alrighty, welcome back to something different. All right, Greg, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Excellent. Greg, you may already know, is no stranger to WECS or nor Eastern Connecticut State University. Greg, from what I understand, likes feeding ducks. He's in this band called Hanging Hills. Mike and Elliot could not be here today, right?
No, they couldn't make it.
All right.
Unfortunately.
But another time, perhaps.
Yes, for sure.
So, Greg, how you doing?
I'm good. It's pretty crappy weather out there, but I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Glad I could make it in.
I'm glad you could make it in. You didn't have to travel far, I hope.
No, not too far. Just right up the road in Mansfield. So.
There you go.
Yep.
So, Hanging Hills. When I typed in on Google, it immediately came up with some Wikipedia page about some rolling hills in beautiful New England.
Yeah.
Is that where you're getting the name?
Yeah, they're a offshoot of the Metacomet Trail, kind of hills, mountain things in Meriden.
Yes.
We have no affiliation with Meriden, but
you are not officially endorsed by the city of Meriden.
No, we're not. But there's an old folk story that is centered around the Hanging Hills, so that's where I got the name from that story.
Can you summarize that story up real quick?
Yeah. So there's a black dog that roams around the Hanging Hills, and so if you're hiking there and you come across this black dog, he will bring you fortune or good luck the first time you see him, but if you go back and you see him the second time, he will bring you misfortune, bad luck, and then the third time he'll bring you death.
No.
That's essentially the story. It's one of the only Connecticut folk tales that's well known, I guess. It's not even that well known, so I wanted to base our name off of folklore, so I found that and it seemed right, and
that's cool.
That's how we got the name.
Wow. So basically, if you see a black dog up on Hanging Hills, don't go back.
Don't go there, yeah.
All right. That is cool. So you've been playing together since 2012?
Yeah, well, yeah. As we are right now, since 2012, roughly, with the setup we have going. We've been doing it a little longer, but the way it is since about a year.
I noticed you've been playing a lot of local gigs this year.
Yeah, we played a lot of gigs in Connecticut this year.
You were at the Space in
Yep,
Hamden?
We played the Space. We played the Outer Space a few times. We definitely play a lot around New Haven. That's kind of where the music scene is, or at least the music scene that we're trying to affiliate ourselves with is.
There's not much going on in Hartford. Man.
No, I mean, there's stuff going on, but we haven't really broken into that market yet for whatever reason. That and the New London markets are both where I'd like to go next year and continue New Haven, but yeah. So
the style of the music that you play, you want to kind of briefly talk about that so people get an idea?
Yeah, I would call it folk rock, indie folk rock. It's heavily influenced by Neil Young kind of stuff, Crosby, Stills and Nash for older artists, but also a lot of indie rock artists too. I would say we tried to emulate the band Fleet Foxes, and the band Midlake just put out a new album that's really good that we're kind of trying to take inspiration from a little bit. So those are two modern bands that we associate ourselves with.
Excellent.
So, yeah, folk, but on a large scale, not minimal.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to start off with? You're going to play a little acoustic set right now?
This is, it's called Here Come the Troops. It's kind of
I like this song, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the basis for the new record. It's a concept album, so this is the first song that I wrote for it, and we kind of based the other songs around it. So I'll start with that.
Excellent.
And, yeah.
All right, here's Greg from Hanging Hills.
Once upon a thrill, walking upon the hill, I saw the army come.
marching to a drum, coming one by one and two by two. We've got a lot to do. Put on your polished shoes, make yourself look fine, pretty yourself in time, for we've to run to town to see them come. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The cavalry is coming quick on stallion 6x6, leaving dust behind. The cloud it left me blind, the day forever in my avid mind. The general passes by, a flag held proud and high. It's the scabbard on his belt, his sword I swore I felt. He touched it upon my head with a smile. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The infantry's coming down on the path to town, 1,000 in the line, marching double time to reach their camp by dusk and rest a while. Oh, what a wondrous life! I hear the drum and fife, the bugle strong and loud, the heavenly sound. Their footsteps stomp the ground in perfect time. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I walk down the road with nowhere planned to go. Everyone I know has told me lies. I never gave a damn about a single one of them. If I tell that to myself, makes it easier to go. I love them all so much.
Thanks.
That is awesome, man. That sounded so good, and the acoustics was just wonderful.
Great.
Oh
Appreciate
man. So that's Send Home the Troops, or Here Come the Troops?
Here Come the Troops, parts 1 and 2.
Parts, two
This
parts.
is a
Wow.
two-part tune.
Now, are there any times where you just play one part, or and
No.
then give
Normally
up?
we play parts 1 and 2 together, so I guess it's not necessary. But for the concept, it is, I guess.
It's good. Do you feel a strong tie to New England? Are you originally from New England?
Yeah, yeah, we're from Connecticut, and I mean, I just, I love New England, and I'd like to write about it, and it's an identity for us. So, and I feel like there's not a lot of bands coming out of New England, or bands that are. There isn't this this New England identity like there is in other areas. So I'm trying to change that.
So I'm getting a sense from you already, and you like history. You like the history of New England, and
Yep.
incorporating that into your music.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, our new record is very history based. It takes place in the Civil War, 1860s. So
Do a lot of research for that, or?
not a whole lot of research, but our drummer Mike is a history major at UConn, and I study art history at Eastern. So we're definitely historically minded people. So we like to implement that into the band.
Very, very cool. Tell me a little bit about your writing process. What goes into when you want to write a song?
Well, when I want to write a song, normally
Or do you plan it? Or do you usually plan it, or?
Nope. Normally, if I do that, it crashes and burns. Yeah, I can't force myself to write a song. It just doesn't come out good, and I'm definitely a perfectionist when it comes to music. I won't. So I think any musician will tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
There's 20 songs for every good one that get thrown out.
Yep.
Normally, the good ones just come to me. And
That's cool.
yeah, we go from there. And that's why it's nice to have other good songwriters in the band that can help out.
Good.
Elliot wrote a couple of tracks that are going to be on the record, and I'm really happy with them. So.
And then we should probably get into the Kickstarter campaign. Right? You're trying to raise money so you can put out the album, right?
Yep, we have a Kickstarter in process right now. There's 9 days left on it, and I think we're about $2,400 out of $5,000 in, so a little more than halfway to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we're going to primarily fund the album. I mean, we saved from gigs this past year, but we didn't make a whole lot of money doing it. So, yeah, the Kickstarter is going to fund this album.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, the Kickstarter, I'm vaguely familiar. You get like a certain amount of period of time to raise a set amount of dollars that you set, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you set the amount of money you'd like to raise and the amount of time. I think the maximum is 60 days, but it's recommended to do shorter ones. But yeah, you set the amount of money and the amount of time, and if you don't raise the minimum amount that you set within that allotted time frame, you don't get anything. So it's all or nothing.
Yep.
You can go well over. You can go as far over as you want, but
Recently, one of the bands that I've had here, Canyon, she did the Kickstarter campaign and tried to raise money to do an album, and she went over her goal.
yeah,
So it was pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah, I think we're going to be cutting it close, to be honest, but I'm still confident that we're going to get it funded.
So if somebody does want to help fund this album,
the easiest way to get onto the page is to go on our website, hanginghills.com, and the first post it's the front page is kind of like a blog, and the first post there is a link to the Kickstarter, and you're not just donating to the album, you get something in return. So that's the big thing. This is your means of pre-ordering the record.
Yeah, the Kickstarter, that's a cool thing. Is like if you want to help support, it's like an investment kind of, because you're getting something tangible in return.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to feeling good about helping out a young band like yourself.
Yep, and there's different tiers depending on how much you're willing or can contribute. So the lowest tier is $1, and that's just thanks for helping out, but $10 gets you a digital download of the record a week before it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is $25. It gets you a signed copy, and then it goes all the way up to $5,000. But there's cool gifts on there, so yeah, check it out.
Are you doing like any live shows or something as one of the?
Yeah, we did one where if you give us $300, we'll drive within 200 miles of Mansfield and play a private event, and we got a backer for that. So
good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
so we'll be doing that, I think.
Wow.
Yep.
That's the coolest thing. I think I want to do someday is pool some money, even if maybe get together with some other people and pool some money. And it's like host a big party at the house.
Yeah, that's a common thing. People will pull their money together, and
Yeah.
mostly bands will offer that at a higher rate than what we did.
Mhm.
So yeah, but
Yeah, I've
a lot of
noticed
people do
that
that.
it's been trending over the past few years. I've noticed that a lot of bands are doing that. They just private parties in homes, and
Mhm.
it's really cool. And they get, depending on the size of the house, but you can get up to like 20, 30 people in the house, and you have a little mini concert. It's cool.
yeah.
Have you played anywhere outside of Connecticut or?
Yeah, we've played in New York a few times. We went up to Vermont last year on a little mini tour, weekend tour. I mean, well, it was 4 dates, and 2 of them were in Connecticut, and then 2 were in Vermont. New York and Vermont, I think, are pretty much all we've done outside of Connecticut, unless I'm not thinking of something else. But yeah, Connecticut, right now we're kind of in that phase where we need to get our name established locally before we can really start branching out. But yeah, we're getting there. We're planning on hitting the road this summer for a few weeks, and
Good.
yeah, doing an East Coast thing.
Excellent. All right, so you want to do another live song?
Sure, this is a short one. This is another new one. We play this game on stage a lot, if you ever see us, called the tuning game.
Ah, the tuning game.
Yeah, every time you switch your capo, it goes out of tune. So and we do a lot of capo stuff and a lot of alternate tuning. And I don't have 5 guitars, so
Yeah. It's not like these people down in the big concerts. They have somebody running across the stage with a new guitar.
right. I'm not at that point yet.
Not yet.
Someday, hopefully. All right, this one, we had a track on our EP called Untitled, and this was originally the part 2 to Untitled, but we didn't put it on there, so we're going to put it on the record as its own song. So right now it's called Untitled Part 2.
Cool.
A wise man, I am not yet. I am learning from my mistakes. I am yearning, I am burning to find the secret ways of this strange life. And it has not, no, it has not occurred to me that I won't ever achieve this. In my dreams, this is how you can understand all the answers.
It's a short one. Thanks.
Excellent, excellent. I need the applause meter in here. That's what I need. How you doing? All right, welcome back to something different here in 90.1 land and at the campus of Eastern Connecticut State University. We have one of your own students right here right now, and we got Greg Dyson from Hanging Hills performing live for you and your listening enjoyment as I stall while he retunes his guitar.
I'm pretty good. I'm good.
All right. So, do you see yourself becoming commercial someday?
What do you mean by commercial?
You want to be on the top of the Billboard charts and, you know...
No, we're not playing. I mean, that would be nice to have that fame and money, but we're not that kind of band. We're not the kind of band that will be that high. I mean, I would like to achieve as much success as is possible for the kind of music we're playing, which I think is a good amount, could be a good amount, because it seems like a lot of people are into this kind of stuff.
Can you see yourself doing this, as a full-time way of, making money?
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to do that. We're planning on, I'm graduating next December, so a year from now, and we're planning on kind of packing up and going to a city that has a really good music scene and hitting the road and going on tours and trying to make it.
What would be a better city for you, New York or Austin or?
No, yeah, Austin would be one. We have a few ideas. The West Coast definitely is a hub for this kind of stuff, like Seattle, Pacific Northwest. We're also looking into Philly because it's kind of like New York but cheaper and more affordable.
So this music is kind of congregating back to Seattle?
Yeah, and I lived in Olympia for a while, which is an hour south of Seattle, so it'll be nice to go back there if we can.
Is there any remnants of grunge there?
Yeah, there are a whole lot. Yeah,
someday I'm gonna get out there.
It's very present there still, and in Olympia, where I live, that whole riot girl thing is still pretty big.
Oh, it is.
Like the Slater-Kinney kind of thing, and that all started in Olympia. So.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Slater-Kinney Road in Olympia, Washington.
Man, I was bummed out last week. I heard that. Who was it? Some band that's like a post band from one of those bands just broke up, and I played them last week too. I don't know. Well, I'll get back to it later. But yeah, want to definitely go out there someday.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful area, and it's got a really great music scene.
Cool. The Ode to Olympia, Washington. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna play that one live or?
No, I'm not gonna do that one live because
I'll do that one later then as a cover. I like that song. That's a really good song, and it kind of sums up your time out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a description of coming back to New England from there.
Ah, cool. I like being able to talk to an artist because you get to hear what the song's about.
Yeah.
I don't always listen to the lyrics. I'm more of a beat person. I like to listen to the beat. But lyrics, you can learn a lot from just paying attention to the lyrics. Especially with someone I can tell from you, you put a lot of work into your lyrics.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I think lyrics are just as important as instrumentals in this band.
Cool. Do you want to do another live one?
Sure.
Alrighty.
So this one's another new one. It's called Company Town. Elliot, our lead guitarist, wrote the words. I wrote the music to it, so probably the most collective effort so far.
That train rolled by, northbound steam billowing high, and my hopes they reach its height. I'm far below that lustrous sky. My eyes blink the dust away. Grit coats the roads, the shacks, the graves. This town raised me as a child. Mama was sick for quite a while. Her mind slowly slipped away. I grew despite the days. And those days rolled by. I kept the home a place to call mine. In time, though I worked the ground, crops never grew, just withered and brown. My life was a well spring dry. Said my farewells to the town, goodbye. Now I, resolute to try, leapt on the train, for it rolled by. So long to the old malaise. The pack on my back, I buried those days.
Thank you.
Bravo. All right, that was beautiful. That was definitely beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good one. Elliot did a good job on the lyrics on that song.
Do you feel like you kind of blend well together? You work.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely.
That's important.
Yeah, we have very similar ideals and just tastes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Is there any band that I mean, you mentioned a couple of your influences. Are there any bands out there that like top of the list that you would love to get together and go on stage with to perform a few songs?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, Midlake or Fleet Foxes, those like chamber pop folk bands, or like Band of Horses. We're not doing so much like of the country kind of sound anymore. I don't know. Are you familiar with Band of Horses? Or?
I've heard them. I can't recall what they sound like.
They're like an indie folk band
Yeah.
with more of a country twang, and we definitely did that on the EP, but we're kind of not doing that so much anymore.
How about, is there any fiddles or cellos or strings or anything?
In those bands?
Yeah, or yours or theirs?
We're gonna put strings on the record. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna put fiddles
Nice.
primarily on the record.
That'll give it a nice down-home feeling. Yeah.
And I think we're gonna bring a cellist down too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those seem to be popping up here and there a lot
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah.
When you're out and about playing from town to town throughout Connecticut and beyond, is there any place you kind of look forward to? You're expecting, say, going down to New Haven, they have this great place where you get your favorite burger or your favorite milkshake or something.
I mean, the pizza's great in New Haven, so you gotta get a slice of pizza somewhere
Pepe's
down
or
there.
Sally's, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to get to either of those places in a while, but we play this place in New Haven called Bar a lot,
yep.
and their pizza's phenomenal. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
so when we're playing Bar, gotta Yeah, and they give the bands free pizza too. They make this really good mashed potato and bacon pizza.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we always get one of those when we play there.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I'll have to join the band and get some free pizza.
Yeah.
Nice. That's right down on the corner of Church, right? Isn't it?
It's on Crown Street.
Crown.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was a C word. Very cool. That's a good scene down there in New Haven.
Yeah, it is. It is, definitely.
I mean, it's not too surprising. I mean, you got Yale there and some
Right.
other good colleges, but it's a good hub.
very cultured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. You want to do Ode to Olympia Washington?
Sure thing.
And we're going to do a public service announcement. You're listening to 90.1 WECS, something different, Willimantic. And we're going to do something silly later in the show with Morgan Cunningham. Maybe Greg will help me pick out a video for something silly today. We'll be back after these messages. Stay tuned.
Can you tell if the surfaces in this kitchen are crawling with bacteria that could cause chronic arthritis? Listen. You can't see it either. Wash surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water while preparing food, especially when handling raw meats or eggs. Raw food may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
I'll come around your way, but not for long to stay. I know we've grown apart, but New England holds my heart. I know it can be tough to leave the people that you love, but I chose to go away. I'm sorry that I couldn't stay.
Alrighty, we're back here at 90.1 WECS, Willimantic. Okay, got Greg here from Hanging Hills, and you just listened to Ode to Olympia Washington by Hanging Hills with the whole band. And right now in the studio we have the lead singer, Greg from Hanging Hills. Greg, tell me about your new album that you're putting together. We're very confident. We're going to be positive. Kickstarter Campaign is going to be successful. You're going to raise all the money you need.
Right.
And tell me about the album.
So we're recording in New London. We recorded the EP in New London. We're doing it at a different spot this time, but we're working with a producer who's New York/Connecticut based, and he's really into our kind of stuff, so we're confident it's going to sound good. But so we're recording at Fortune in New London, which is the recording studio at Conn College. And then we're going to be doing more recording at this guy, Andrew Odell, who's producing it at his home studio, too. So that's going to sound really good. I'm really excited about that. The record is it's a concept album about a guy in the 1860s, I guess, who goes to war and gets messed up by it. And
Someone from New England.
he's
who
from New
goes off?
England. He's a Union soldier in the Civil War. He gets kind of messed up by it, so
I can imagine.
he moves to the West Coast. So it's called the Great Divide. So it's all about like he's crossing the Great Divide from his homeland to make a new life for himself, I guess.
Wow.
And most of the songs are kind of like prequels, events leading up to that decision. Like the first song I played, "Here Come the Troops," is him as a child, and he has this idyllic perception of the war. And then the second part is he's in the army, and it's not so great.
I can feel
And
for
then
that.
company town, as he grew up in a company town, and he's taken off. He's leaving the town now, and yeah.
Company town as in like a big factory or something?
Yeah, like one of those old factory towns
Yeah.
that the robber barons would set up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love history.
Yeah.
We could talk about history. We could talk about just locally how many... this whole area is rich in history with the thread mills and... that was the thread mills down the street, right? Or
Yeah.
the yarn factories or something.
Yeah, the thread mills.
And then the how about doing a song about the frogs?
I would like to write a song about Willimantic. It's
That's-
definitely on my list, but
Cool.
Willimantic doesn't sound so great in poetic form.
You'll find a way.
But there is a really rich history here, and I love, doing research about it, and I think it would be really cool to be in Willimantic in 1850 and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. when
Do some more research. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. Could be a
Yeah.
couple years down the road. I want to hear a song about Willimantic. Romantic Willimantic.
There you go.
Da, 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 da. Something different. All right. What else? What else can we go over? Your new album?
Yep, so it's a concept album about the 1860s. A lot of historical themes in there. I mean, it really focuses on the people who don't normally get written into the history books. You know, like I say in our Kickstarter video, it's about the factory workers and the farmers and the working class people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a grittiness to it. And we're trying to emphasize that rather than the robber barons and the elite who...
Do you ever hang out at like Sturbridge or Nathan Hale Homestead?
I've never been to Nathan Hale Homestead, but
Never been to like the farmers market on Sundays?
Oh, actually, I actually work on a farm that goes there, but I don't do that particular market.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I've never been there, but
It's a nice place.
yeah.
It's a very nice place.
But I've been to Sturbridge.
Sturbridge
is a little
really
more
cool.
colonial than a little earlier than what
Little
we're talking
earlier.
about on this record.
Yeah, that Civil War is like
Yeah.
100 years later or
Yeah.
so, yeah. Very cool, very cool. All right, do you want to do another live song?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
Good.
All right. This is an old one. It's called Stranger. It's on the EP that you just played, Ode to Olympia, off of which you can download for free, by the way, on our Bandcamp. So it's hanginghills.bandcamp.com, and you can it's name your price. So we encourage you to just put 0 in or whatever you want. If you're gonna pay for the EP, I'd rather you donate to Kickstarter. Yeah. But get make your donation to Kickstarter, and then don't feel bad about going over and getting our record or our EP for free. We just want people to hear it. But anyway, this is off that. It's called Stranger.
I'll be just a stranger. I don't think this world was made for me. I'll be just another walking along your path. I'll be just a spider spinning my web alone. I'll be just a whale swimming, swimming, swimming on my own. Watching all the people people watching all the people that belong. Lord, why did you make me? Lord, why did you make me be so wrong? I will be a captain sailing on the ocean, oh so blue. I will be a captain sailing on the ocean without you. I will look around me, looking at the world with grandest heights. I will see its beauty, I will have no one to share the sights. I'll be just a stranger, I don't think this world was made for me. I will stay an outcast, I guess that's just the way it ought to be.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having
Greg
me.
from Hanging Hills right here at WECS. That was pretty awesome. I hear recently that one of you guys got food poisoning.
Oh yeah, Elliot got food poisoning.
It was Elliot?
Yeah, we were.
How's he doing now?
He's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it was like a 2-day thing, but we were on our way back from a show at Bar actually.
Oh, the
And-
pizza?
Yeah. No, it wasn't the pizza. No, we were on our way. It was like 1 a.m, 1:30. We're on our way back from Bar, and I was sitting. It was just the two of us driving in that car, and I said, "It'd be really awesome if there's a Taco Bell on the way," which I knew there wasn't. So we're driving, and he agreed, and he took the wrong exit, and right off the exit is Taco Bell.
Oh,
So
no.
it was like a calling. It was like so of course we had to go.
It was like
So-
a Venus flytrap,
so,
man.
yeah,
It pulled
so-
you in.
yeah. So we went to Taco Bell, and he got food poisoning. I ate it too. I didn't get sick though. Maybe I just have a stronger stomach, or we got different things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we had a gig the next day at the Hungry Tiger.
Yeah,
in
yep.
Manchester, and he couldn't play, which was kind of a bummer just because he was so ill. But
Oh, man.
yeah, that wasn't fun for him.
I almost went to that show. It's right down the street from me.
Yeah, we opened for this band called Johnny Mainstream, who are from that area. They're really great. They're kind of similar to us too.
Oh.
I would check them out.
That's a nice place to go see a show. Nice and quiet. and
Yeah, it was
quaint.
a cool venue. It was a little quiet that night, but yeah, there are people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The now you've got a song. I used to play a song at the end of each show called "I'm Going Home" by Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
hmm
You've got a song called "I'm Not Going Home," right?
Right. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That's an old one, but that's gonna be on the new record.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, it goes along with "Ode to Olympia Washington." I wrote them at the same time, and they kind of just go hand in hand with each other. I don't know what the lyrics are about. It's just about rolling around New England in the autumn time, and driving around looking at the scenery
Cool.
for the most part. And
Very
and then
cool.
it just kind of goes into an analysis of all the different seasons we have here, I guess.
Plenty fodder to write about.
Yep.
You're listening to 90.1 WECS Willimantic. We've got Greg from Hanging Hills. And tell me about, again, the Kickstarter campaign. How do you get to Kickstarter? How do you get involved?
So you can go on our website, hanginghills.com, and there's a link right there to the page, to the Kickstarter page. And watch the video that actually a great videographer from here, from Eastern, named Josh Profi, made for us.
Josh.
Yep, and he did a good job on it. So watch the video, and you can, see our ploy to get you to donate money to us and look at the rewards and consider contributing, because we really want to make this record.
That would be nice.
But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Have you checked the status lately?
What's it at?
You want me to tell you?
Sure.
All right. You have 38 backers.
Mm-hmm.
$2,440.
Yeah, that's what it was at last time I checked. So we're
9 days to go.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there's some great prizes here. Are they called prizes?
They're called rewards.
Rewards,
Yeah.
okay. For $1, you will get a thank you, right? Is that how it works?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Every dollar
Yeah. For
helps.
$10, you will receive a digital download of the album 1 week before the release date. Like an exclusive release just to those who donate at least $10. Now, this is the cool thing, right? If you donate like $15, you get the CD and another bonus, right?
Yeah.
Or is that how it works?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that. I don't know. I don't remember what we did.
All right, let me see.
If you donate it's $15 for the album, for the physical copy, right?
Receive a signed copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Which is not very expensive for
No.
a signed CD.
Definitely not.
We try to keep it reasonable.
And just think, in like 10, 20 years from now, when Hanging Hills is being inducted into some prestigious thing, you can say, hey, I've got their signed CD from 2013-14.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my
For
goodness.
$5,000, you get a really great prize, though.
That is the one that I really love. $5,000. You get all of the above rewards, plus a printed and hand-bound copy of the transcript from the 7,000 message Facebook chat between the band and its members and who knows who else. It's full of blackmail-worthy material. You'll also be specifically thanked in the album liner notes for your immensely generous and helpful contribution.
That's
cool.
right. So if you hate us and you want some good blackmail, you can give us $5,000 and we'll hand bind you a copy of it.
You're trying to blackmail yourself, basically, aren't you?
We're trying to make a record.
Yeah, there you go.
Do whatever we can.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So, you said, was it 300? You get to come visit to the studio.
Yep. Yeah, I think we have one backer on that already. So, and
Yes,
you get to
yeah.
contribute too. You get to come in and do what you can to help us on there. So
Oh.
you can do some gang vocals in the background, or you could, do
Do you
a
need
little
any?
drumming.
Do you need any spoons?
We might.
I can play spoons.
We might need some spoons.
All right.
Yeah.
That's for 300, and for 500, Hanging Hills plays your private event.
Yep.
They'll perform any private event of your choice in your house, your son's bar mitzvah, your dog's wedding. Who cares? They'll play it within 200 miles of Mansfield. That is
Yep.
cool. I like that. Well, Greg, best of luck to you in Hanging Hills. I hope you reach your goal and put out this new album.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Yeah. Thanks for
stick
having me.
around. You want to talk about what else you do here?
What do you mean? Oh,
Want to plug your
plug
show?
My show. Yeah, I do a show on ECS on Wednesdays from 3 to 4. It's called Uptown Rhythm. It is a modern dance hall and reggae and old school dance hall too show. So not anything remotely similar to what I just played for you, but I love that stuff too. I started off playing reggae, and then I found folk music.
Nice.
But yeah.
I love reggae.
Yeah.
I love ska. Ska I really
Yeah.
love.
You will never hear Bob Marley on my show though. It's
No.
a lot of underground type stuff. So check
cool.
that out if you want.
Something different, you say.
Yes, something different.
Excellent. All right. Let's do a we did that song Here Come the Troops. What can I do? Here we are. We have Untitled, yours. You already did Stranger. How about Providence?
That's a good one.
All right, here's Providence by Hanging Hills. And stay tuned. We've got some more undiscovered alternative type music for you. We'll do something silly with Morgan Cunningham Stay tuned to 90.1 WECS Willimantic.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Greg.
On the coastline seem crisper in summer, but the orange on the tree line is here for now. Headlights on the highway, I'm coming up, I'm on my way.
This is Greg from Hanging Hills, and you're listening to Something Different with Marky Ramone.